The coronation of Patrick Cripps. It was a record-breaking night. It was a record-shattering night in every way as the Carlton captain graduated to become a dual Brownlow medalist.
Carlton, P. Cripps, 3 votes. Carlton, P. Cripps, 3 votes. Carlton, P. Cripps, 3 votes. And I declare the winner of the 2024 Brownlow Medal, Patrick Cripps of the Carlton Football Club.
I think that's what makes the night special, because you actually don't know what's about to unfold. But mate, I'm super grateful to be up here. It's it's something I don't just take for granted.
He is a modern-day great, Patrick Cripps. That was already true. Now it's further enshrined. So, Robbo, some of the topics out of last night. The legacy for Patrick Cripps. I remember in his third year he polled 18 votes, and then 2 years later he finished in the top 5. And I distinctly recall us having a conversation going, not only is he a future Brownlow medalist, but he'll win multiple medals. And it felt like he fulfilled his destiny last night.
He's a terrific person, Patrick Cripps. He's a great ambassador for his football club. And he's also a great ambassador of our sport, of Australian rules. A young fella from up the sticks, up in northern Western Australia, and comes to Melbourne and captains one of the great Victorian clubs. And to achieve 1 Brownlow medal is enormous. To get 2, I mean, you are in the all-time great status, aren't you? Yep. And he did it with such authority. Well, I tipped Paddy to win. I'm sure you did as well. I don't think we suspected it was going to be such an avalanche, as you said, of votes. But it was a joy to be there when Andrew Dillon was yelling out Carlton, you know, P. Cripps. There was a real buzz in the room.
The energy that built that, we were seeing something that had never happened before and probably will never happen again. It had. So on our table we were talking about Pride of Jenny and Brian Lara's 501. Just keep going. It's halfway going, he's going to poll 40. Incredible. And a powerhouse footballer who he's so of this era, isn't he?
Well, we all watch footy games. You know, Carlton people, you go and watch Carlton games. If you don't break for Carlton, you tune in, you watch. You watch players. The games become about players more than teams, you know, because we've got so many players last night. Individuals got a high amount of votes, Jared, and so dominated the game by superstars. And what separates Patrick Cripps from other players, that when he plays well, he is a towering figure among the 36 on the field. It's like, who is this man? You know, we joke, we call him Superman and the Incredible Hulk and all these things, but when he plays and plays well, Paddy, a lot of people are just in awe of how he can just continually contribute, get up, power, tackle, break tackles, mark, kick goals, do it again. He's just a fabulous footballer.
I had tipped Nick Daicos because I thought, I reckon he can get the record. Well, he broke the record and he lost by 7. So have a think about Nick Daicos' 2 years, so year 2 and 3 of his career. He was on track to win it last year before injury struck, and he ends up coming 3rd. Yep. And last night he breaks the all-time record and he's 7 shy of it. He polls in this incredible stretch of 10 games, but too many 2s and 1s. Yes. He's actually losing ground polling every week. I've never seen anything like it.
Again, it's hard for you guys, we're sitting there on our table. It was like, oh no, we only got the 1s. Yeah. Like, we needed him to get 3 to keep the race going, and he got a group of 1 and 2s, and Cripps got 3s and 3s, and the lead just got too substantial. And he just couldn't claw it back. He tried his best, Nick. He got a lot of best on grounds, but he just couldn't quite claw it back. What
an incredible years 2 and 3 of his career. And then you
forecast...
What is he,
21?
What's that going to look like over the next 12 or 13 years when he's polling like that?
So you reckon we said that Paddy Cripps might win a couple of Brownlow medals? How many do you think Nick Daicos will win?
You go, hope he wins his first one to get him away, but more than one.
He'll absolutely
He's
win
an incredible player. So the Quinella we had, great players. So for everything else we're about to debate, the 2 stood apart. The odd part was, how did they miss Marcus Bont and Pelly? And here, the omens were bad on the red carpet.
No, look, I think it's going to be really close, and there's so many potentially great winners. Really looking forward to it, Daisy.
Far too diplomatic. Amanda, a tip?
I would like to see Marcus Bontempelli, but I've been told he's maybe not in the mix. But, yeah, we'll see.
Who told you that? 4 votes entering round 12. Only 4 votes.
No, it was
What he polled
ridiculous.
19. The massive unders for a player that's polled 30s and high 20s in the past.
Either we've got it all wrong, or the umpires have got it wrong, and he doesn't stand out as much as we think he stands out.
Yeah.
So you've got to put it in the eyes of the umpires. What are the umpires looking at? The rest of us are thinking, God, he won that game, he won that game, he won that game, and he just wasn't getting the recognition that he deserved. That was an unfortunate comment from Andrew Dillon's wife there. Now, I think there's nothing sinister in it, but if an umpire's wife said that walking in, the AFL would fire off at please explain to the umpire to say, what was that comment about? What was that about? And he's not going to send a please explain to Andrew Dillon and his wife. But I think when Andrew's on tomorrow night, I think he would be expecting us to ask for some sort of explanation about why his wife would say, as they're walking in the Brownlow Medal, I don't think Marcus Bontempelli is going to win tonight.
It plays into that area of
It's all
conspiracy
drama.
theory.
I don't think it was sinister.
No.
I really don't.
The sheer number, 45 and 38. So Patrick Cripps was asked about breaking the record by a staggering 9 votes.
Yeah, Charlie tried to call it home for about 10 rounds to go, and I said, mate, I'm not doing the early crow yet, mate. But, they were getting around. And obviously, you always know when you might be a chance to poll. And, like I said, there's those games where, I thought I might have got 1 or 2, then you get 3, or so things went my way last time. Oh, 45's high. I thought if things went my way, I might be able to nudge 40, but, mate, everything went my way last night, so I'm not complaining.
When Hamish laid out 45 of a possible 69 votes.
So we left the other 24 on the table.
Polled in 17 games, was a 12 best on grounds, 5 times he polled in losing teams.
It's not right. It's not right, Jared.
It jumped the shark, didn't it?
Yeah, it absolutely jumped the shark last night, the Brownlow Medal. It's been going for 100 years. We celebrated, Kaji Greaves' daughter was there last night. It was a really nice announcement. But this is only my opinion. The promotion of this game called football has become so big, so intense and so great, and the concentration on the stars of the game, I believe it's got into the psyche of the umpires. It's like, this game's... And we write about the stars, we talk about them all the time. And I think it's got into the psyche of the umpires when they say, but Patrick Cripps was pretty good today. And he was. He was. But we've completely thrown out all concept of team. The fact that forwards and defenders, Charlie, who got the most? Jeremy Cameron got 16. 16. It's out of whack. And it's not just Patrick Cripps and Nick Daicos. It was the abundance of players in their 20s, mate. Now, all of us who was that old can remember Dipier, Domenico and Diesel sharing it with 17. 17!
Yep.
Cripps had 17 after about 6 rounds. Really, what is going on?
Breaking records. So, troubleshoot me if I'm wrong here. There is not one logical reason why we shouldn't give the umpires all the information before they cast their votes. If this matters as much as it looked like it mattered last night, and we all have the information, like the information is... It's black and white. It's all there. And we mix it in. Not everyone votes the same. We all get the same information. We watch it, we look at it, and we go, OK, here's how I feel. You feel differently. Why on earth would we not let them be privy to all the information before they cast their votes?
No, I don't know. I do believe the Brownlow Medal... And you make a great point. It's a great discussion. It's a quirky game, footy, and the Brownlow Medal is a quirky award. And it's the umpires' award, and the umpires can decide how they want to vote.
Yep.
If we give them the stats, I'll give games to stats guys who rack up 30
We have to trust them, like we trust everybody else.
Yeah.
And mix what you saw with what's in front of you, but have all of it to distill.